The end of all. Yeah, I need to... Do I just need to get one in? Because I have not... I am not ready for this. Dash. Yeah, I just needed to get one in. It's getting smaller, the shield.
That thing's about to blow.
I'm glad you're not doing anything to stop it. It's also focusing on the staring because he was the one who went through the portal.
Where's our Dream Guardian? I'm here. Help me. I'm under attack.
For the record, my belief is I am like 90 to 95% certain that this is the corpse, the skeleton of the mother Gith, whatever her name was. That is my theory. Right.
What to do?
Guess we better get down there then. Also, I totally called that we'd be down here at some point. Hey! Why the Intellect Devourers allied? Yeah. Hellish Rebuke. Get rebuked. Interesting that they're allied. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm rethinking this bloody -5 to hit. Like, he's still got a fairly high chance to hit and he's just failing at it.
Let's go.
Alright, get down there, Karlach. Clobby. Reckless Clobby. Clobby. Nice.
Friend of Gith, you will be cleansed.
Why am I being called Friend of Gith? Unless... I mean, the Dream Buddy could be... Oh, that's a nice background. The Dream Buddy could be, some sort of Elder Brain thing, but that seems unlikely. Alright, you're gonna have to pull back and risk it. That's okay. And then, Blasty 2 and 1. Good work. Jump down there. And then, what cantrips do you have? Yeah. Alright, just Firebolt. Very low chance to hit, though. Because presumably that's an intelligence-based one. Because it'll be... Because she's a half-elf. Alright, and then move in there to block. And... Snipey! 70%. Is it worth it? I don't know if it's worth it.
Fuck yes.
Karlach thinks it is. Clobby. No, Clobby. Clobby, please. Good work.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
Alright, what do they have? Nothing, because they're monks. Load of brains to loot, though. Yeah, it's really weird that... Is it possible...
Hurry. I can't hold them back alone.
Is it possible that it's sort of Orpheus is a cross? Like a hybrid of Githyanki and Mindflayer? And that's how like they broke out of the control.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Bloody hell. Can I get... Oh, I don't have my stuff.
Now.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Give me 10 fucking seconds, please. Alright.
It's not over.
Yeah,
Come to the
bloody
skull.
hell. Look, you woke me up.
Come to the skull.
You woke me up in the middle of the night. It's not surprising that I need a second. Alright. I'm gonna have to throw a healing potion. Heal! Okay, only hit 3 of them, but that's fine. It's enough just to keep me going. Jump the next gap. Orpheus, I see you. It's a fascinating thing that they're helping. Does explain why Orpheus would be promoting the use of psychic powers.
Before you do anything, I am your ally. We are in danger.
You are in danger indeed, Mind Flayer. What the hell's is happening?
The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you.
Oh.
I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me.
What? Okay, I didn't see that coming. What do you need me to do? Leave the Githyanki alone. Prove to me you are who you say. This is the battle you are fighting. I don't believe you or die, monster. Huh. Well, I'm still, like, 99% sure that's Orpheus in the bubble. It does also explain why they'd be able to protect us. If, you know, they basically invented the thing that's trying to mind control us. Prove to me you are who you say.
You saved a child from a viper back in the Druid's Grove. You saved the Asima Night Soul from her soul cage. You let me live last time you were here, though it brought Blackith's wrath upon you. Your continued existence as yourself, and not a mind flayer, should be all the proof you need.
No.
Now, help me.
That's not proof that you are the person who's protecting me. That's proof that I've been protected. Not the same thing. How do I help, detect thoughts, or attack? I'm going to have to detect thoughts. Try to read the Mind Flayer's thoughts. I'm going to use Dark One's own luck and guidance.
Despite your best attempts to be subtle, the Mind Flayer's awareness is everywhere. You blunder in its presence like a warg pup learning to walk.
You must be joking. I am telling you my thoughts directly into your head. But if you insist on taking a look for yourself, be my guest.
Nothing in your colorful existence to date could have prepared you for this. As the horror subsides, you are left with only one coherent thought. You must do whatever you can to subdue the Githyanki.
Happy? Now, join me. Fight!
Did I just get mind controlled? Is that what I just did? Did I just open the floodgates to let a mind controlling thing connect with my mind? Oh god. I don't know what to believe here. Like, it's all... Why would this be this? Why? Like, them being a Mind Flayer and protecting me makes sense, because they are protecting against essentially a rogue Elder Brain. So they don't want that Elder Brain running amok. They want to stop it by any means necessary. It explains why she'd have been encouraging me to make use of the Mind Flayer abilities, whereas if she was the Githyanki that I thought she was, or the Gith, rather, that I thought she was, she would have been against it. But why would the Emperor of the Mind Flayers, which doesn't make sense as a concept from what I know, why would they be trapped in here? I don't have a choice. I only have one coherent thought, that I need to help them, so join the Mind Flayers fight.
Together, we can turn the tide.
This feels like insanity. What am I doing? Renegade Illithid. Renegade Illithid. Oh, he's very tall. Arcane Enchantment. Imperial Retaliation. Renegade Illithid. Called the Emperor. Bloody +9 intellect. Intelligence. Chief of Orpheus's Honor Guard. That is Orpheus. I called it. That Orpheus is the one trapped inside. It doesn't... I don't understand. A load of my theories make sense if Orpheus is the one who's been protecting us. Because it makes sense that Vlaakith would want Orpheus dead. I mean, it also makes sense that Vlaakith would want a Mind Flayer Emperor dead. Orpheus represents the biggest threat to Vlaakith's rule, but if Orpheus was the one protecting me, why would people come to attack me from this realm shouting for Orpheus? And then again, it was strange that when we came here before, we met the Dream Buddy outside the prison. Because if it was someone inside the prison, I just assumed it was like a projection. Orpheus is the true monarch of the Gith. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I still, like, 45% think I'm being tricked by the Mind Flayer, and that Orpheus is the one who's been protecting me. I don't know. I honestly do not know. So I'm gonna have to default to the character. What the character would do is, you know, is the fallback that you always have. Orpheus is the true heir. Voss attacked Orpheus, but he lives. Alright, I'm going to have to fall back on what the character would do. Eve connected with the Emperor's mind, and the only coherent thought is stop Orpheus escaping. So that is what I have to do. For good or ill, I stick to the character, and that's what I will do. Snipey! Alright, I'm going to turn off the passive. Snipey! Oh wow, that's still a very low chance. Chief of the Honor Guard. Bloody hell. Monks, am I right? Alright, turn it back on. Wow, that brings it down to a 50% chance to hit. Yeah, they're very dodgy buggers, so... 1 damage! Oh, deflect missiles, okay. Alright, let's rage. And get in there. Reckless. Reckless. Ha! Damn, what was that? Bloody hell, man. Bloody monks, I swear. Bloody monks. Alright, let's crack everything on you. Nice one. Oh, Wrath, what the hell are you doing back there? Let's go with Call Lightning. 0 damage. Why did you take 0 damage? Don't have resistance. That would be why. Evasion, if you succeed on a dex save, you take 0 damage. Alright. Let's get around there then. Oh, I didn't even see you up there. Wow. Oh, didn't see you either. Oh, you fucker. Who was that? Eve. He's not concentrating on anything. Oh, detect thoughts. Yeah, I'm working on it. Mind Flare Dominion. This really doesn't help. I'm increasingly convinced that Eve has been taken over here. Alright, snipe him. Oh, 2 health left.
Bye forever, pal.
Bye forever, pal. Reckless. And reckless. No. Concentration broken, of course. Because monks are the bane of concentration. It's a lot of weak things. So you've got like a 50% chance of failing on any given one. And when they hit you 3 times, you're gonna fail. 1 on you, and then 2 on you. Oh yeah, someone explained why Eve is only getting 5 health, and it's because of the potent robe. At the beginning of the wearer's turn, grant them temporary health equal to their charisma modifier. For some reason, the way temporary health seems to work in this game is that it doesn't replace. So, the way it works in D&D, sorry, quick side tangent, the way it works in D&D 5e, when you get 2 instances of temporary health, you always have the higher. So if I have 5 and I gain 15, it doesn't increase to 20, it just increases to 15. It is the highest instance of temporary health. For some reason this game does not do that and thinks, well, you've already got 5 temporary health, you don't need more, which is also why Karlach can't refresh hers. So whenever she's been lower on it and I've tried to dash to refresh it with the elk, that hasn't worked, and it's because of this same issue. So I might look into a mod, because that is not how it's supposed to work, and essentially having this robe breaks one of Eve's subclass's most potent features. Let's go with Blur, and then attack. And then attack. Oh, that was your action, never mind. Thought Blur was a bonus. Fireball, you just fucking fireballed me. And then jumped a million miles. Oh, bloody hell. All the concentration breaking. This is not where I thought I'd be. I wanted to be in a nice warm place tonight. Karlach's arms. Get your man out of the gutter. Bloody hell, man. Thank you. I feel really bad about this. Oof. Again, 2 health, man. Alright, finish him off. And then go help.
I'm not gonna like this, mate.
Why does he need to stay
Thank you.
in prison?
That was too close. Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer. Yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the absolute.
And so we should swoon and offer a kiss, abomination? Ah, I would not even know where to plant it.
He's got a mouth under the tentacles. The thing is, this isn't the first friendly mind flayer we've met. There was, what's his name? Bob's friend. Blob? Blob's friend? Borg's friend. There was the guy. There was the guy in the mushroom colony who was a friendly mind flayer. I always suspected you were a mind flayer. I literally did not once. I was like, well, it's probably Orpheus. Almost certainly it's Orpheus. And I'm certain it's Orpheus. So I'm partially vindicated that Orpheus is here, and there is a mind flayer here too. I ask again, who are you? And I'm going to need a name. Thank you for saving me. I always suspected you were in the prison. Why did you deceive me? I prefer the other version. Tell me everything. Thank you for saving us.
If I'd known you would be so open-minded, I would have saved myself a lot of effort. But I'm glad you're not here to judge. It's like I said before. I'm just like you. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals, unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed, and they fueled me while I did my work.
Bloody hell.
I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stelmane. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call the Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become.
I absolutely love that. That is such a cool... And the visuals as well, it wasn't just a dialogue tree. That is such a cool story. Oh, like, a thing that I've always... Since I've sort of started reading into it in the last, couple of years, really, a thing that I really dislike about D&D, the setting and stuff, is the black and white nature with which it's written. So, devils are always, by the contract, lawful evil. Demons are always chaotic evil. They just want to destroy absolutely everything. And you've got the what are they called? I can't remember the middle one, but it doesn't really matter. They're boring and anything. The point is that they're incredibly black and white, and there isn't really room to do anything else beyond that without completely changing the landscape of the way it's written. And even stuff like, vampires are always evil. And I was talking to a friend, couldn't you have a vampire who was good? And it's that's sort of not really what they are. And it's but it could be. It doesn't have to be black and white. And this fully encapsulates that hope I have for D&D, that you can break out of these black and white molds. And we saw it a bit with that other one that was like a disconnected mind flayer that wanted to help us. And this is again like that. It's the idea that when you break free, they are their own people. And it's not that mind flayers are the collective. They're part of a collective. I really like that. That is a very cool backstory. Lord Gortash was one of the chosen in the colony. Why is that even an option? This game has done a lot of reiterating. I don't know if that's because they released them an act at a time during development, and they're like, oh, well, people might not remember, so let's just reiterate 5 times the story between Act 2 and Act 3. Did you have to eat criminals' brains? Yes. So you can tell me what this battle was about. How did you end up here? The Githyanki, who is it? Oh, good questions. The Githyanki in the sphere. Who is it?
Prince Orpheus, son of the first leader of the Githyanki. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus' mother to
yes, I called that.
The Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you.
Okay.
When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Vlaakith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Vlaakith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prison.
Yes.
Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control.
Okay, that has actually answered a lot of my questions. It's raised other ones. So I was totally right that it was Orpheus and Orpheus's power in the prism, and Vlaakith sent me... probably sent me here to in the end kill Orpheus, or at least weaken the thing, because they've been saying, oh yes, we've been trying to get in there for a very long time, and that would have been before the Emperor was here. So Vlaakith does want Orpheus dead. So I was bang on the money about that, which feels good. The implication is that the reason we had to kill Orpheus's honor guard and help the Emperor is because Orpheus would not help us otherwise. Like, I mean, I suppose it's unclear. He can't talk. We don't know what he would do. But it's like, oh, God, you know what it's reminded me of? It's reminded me of, like, the second episode with Amy Pond in Doctor Who and the Star Whale, where they built a spaceship around a living creature. Spoilers. They built a starship around a living creature, and it's like, well, we can't risk giving it a choice about whether it'll help us, because if it doesn't, everything's, we're all dead. So we cannot take that chance. And that's what this is. That the Emperor cannot chance that Orpheus won't help us. So my guess, metagaming, is that Orpheus would have helped us. So whichever we chose here, we would have had as an ally. That's my guess. And we've gone with the Emperor. And I'm sticking with it. Were you imprisoned here too? Was it you or Orpheus that Vlaakith wanted us to kill? How did Gortash and the other Chosen find out about the Astral Prism? Again, all three very good questions. Was it you or Orpheus that Vlaakith wanted us to kill when she ordered us inside the prism?
Most certainly Orpheus. Yeah. He is a threat to her reign. Some Githyanki still revere him in defiance of their teachings. Vlaakith was safe as long as they believed him to be dead. But as you can see, he is very much alive. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power.
Okay.
Power that she might one day wish to take from him.
Interesting.
If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Vlaakith will be finished.
Okay. I didn't suspect that she was connected, but I suppose it makes sense. I don't know why I assumed she wasn't connected to this. Like that she didn't imprison him. I guess because it didn't seem sensible that she would imprison him and then later decide, no, actually go into the prison and kill him. You know? Were you imprisoned here too?
No. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the Astral Prism. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gortash or the other Chosen learned of its existence, I do not know. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside and found Orpheus. I realized what the prism was for. Containment. While my body was within the prison's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You.
I mean, yeah, that all makes sense. What happens if we free Orpheus? Could we kill Orpheus and seize his power? What happens if we free Orpheus?
That would be a terrible idea. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him, and in so doing, he would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion, a pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth. To him, you are just another wretched illithid.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a Lithid, a sworn enemy, just like me.
Okay. I'm not sure he would have felt that way if we'd helped him, but then again, the Gith do tend to have quite a black and white approach to life, as we saw with Lae'zel. They can learn beyond it, but by default, they are very judgmental. We're alike in other ways too. The more I talk to you, the less you seem like a mind flayer. I'm nothing like you. I'm no Lithid. Yeah, there is only one here that I want to say. The more I talk to you, the less you seem like a mind flayer.
I appreciate that, but this is what I am. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. When I first escaped the Elder Brain, I searched for a new vessel, but the longer I inhabited this one, the more it grew on me. I realized that returning to my former self would only impose limitations. Any advantage I could gain by restoring my original appearance, I already had to hand in the form of magic, and that humanoid shape you've come to know. As an Illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You, too, should embrace this change.
That is a very interesting perspective. The more I learn about this, the more I'm really, really liking this. I don't know if you can tell, but that raises an interesting thing. Like, I'm going to make another comparison, just because this is sparking so many things that raise other things that I want to talk about. Like in One Punch Man, the anime, Season 2, there's like a plot line about... alright, spoilers for that. When the character disappears off screen, the spoilers are done, just in case, because people might feel quite strongly about that. It's relatively recent. Anyway, there is a plot line about humans becoming monsters, and like they do a thing, and it causes them to turn into a monster version of themselves, and in doing so, they gain a lot of power. And a lot of the characters, like some of the characters, when this was offered, they were like, "Oh, I have no attachment to my human body. I just want the power." And it's like, really? Why would you not have attachment to your body, to your appearance, your vision of self? Is your vision of self so abstract that it is just the power that you see of yourself? Because, like, to do that, you'd essentially have to sacrifice so much else, like love and recognizing yourself when you look in the mirror. I mean, eventually you would grow to appreciate your new form like he has, but... Okay, that's enough of the spoilers. It's really making me think. I would like that. Why do you say that? I don't like what you're implying. I'm trying to avoid becoming mind flayer. I thought you agreed to protect me. That's a bit accusatory. Why do you say that?
I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elder Brain if you embrace your latent Illithid potential. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle, while continuing to preserve your independence. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence, the same devastating beauty.
That's the bit that worries me.
If you let me, I can evolve you.
I'm interested in the powers, but I don't want to change me. I like me. Karlach likes me. So, yeah. I'm interested in changing if it'll affect the inner, I guess, without affecting the outer. What would that entail? Do it, I'd like to evolve. If you can evolve me, why can't you stop morphosis? And no way. What would that entail?
You will be able to do things you never thought were possible. There will be physical alterations, of course, but only partial. You will retain most of your current form, and you will soon see that the benefits outweigh any perceived loss.
Alright, that answers it. No way. Because Eve doesn't do what she does for power. She does what she does to create a better world and fully intends to one day retire with Karlach. And they'll get a farm or a smithy or something where they can live out their lives together, and if there is even a 1% chance of tentacles on Eve's face or anything like that, any like exposed brain, any of these physical changes, they would interrupt the dream Eve has, which is more important than any ongoing fight. No way.
I understand. Let us hope then that your present self will be sufficient to deal with 3 gods of
I
death
feel like you're trying to manipulate
and a
me.
giant magically enhanced elder brain. But in case you change your mind... look after it. Use it when you're ready to evolve. You or your allies. It has vitality enough for you all. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain, and bring it under our control.
Astral Touch Tadpole. That was so much, and it was so fascinating.